What if I told you that 70% of American families can't afford a vacation this year? Not a luxury cruise or European tour, just a basic week away from work. The family road trip, the beach weekend, the camping adventure that defined childhood summers for generations, they're becoming extinct. While airlines report record profits and hotels charge more than ever, working families are trapped at home, watching vacation become a privilege for the wealthy. We'll reveal the 10 reasons why the entire nation is burning out, unable to rest, unable to reconnect. And number 1 really shows you why the consequences are destroying us from the inside out. Number 10. The death of the affordable getaway. Remember when vacation planning meant spreading a map on the kitchen table and picking a direction? Back in the 90s, a family of 4 could pile into the station wagon, drive to the coast, and spend a week at a beachside motel for under $1,000 total. Those days are gone. According to recent travel industry analysis, the average American family vacation now costs $5,580. That's not for Hawaii or Europe. That's for a domestic trip that once cost a quarter of that price. The math is crushing. Hotel rooms that were $60 in 2000 now start at $200. Gas has tripled. Food costs at tourist destinations have exploded 50% beyond normal inflation. Even camping, once the ultimate budget escape, requires reservations months in advance at $40 to $60 per night, plus equipment that costs more than flights used to. Here's what really stings. Wages haven't kept pace. While vacation costs have jumped 300% since 2000, median household income has barely budged when adjusted for inflation. Families aren't choosing cheaper destinations. They're choosing not to go at all. The affordable getaway didn't evolve or transform. It died. And with it went millions of American families' only chance to rest, reconnect, and remember why they worked so hard in the first place. But if you think lodging ended the family vacation, wait until you see what airlines have done to the very concept of budget travel. Number 9. Airlines are bleeding travelers. Dry spirit. Airlines promised to democratize flying. Frontier said families could fly for the price of a tank of gas. Southwest built an empire on no baggage fees. Look at them now. Every single budget carrier has transformed into a fee extraction machine that makes casino slot machines look generous. Start with the base fare. Sure, you found tickets for $99 each. Congratulations. Now add $45 per bag, $35 for seat selection, so your 8-year-old isn't sitting alone 10 rows away, $25 for priority boarding to ensure there's actually overhead space left, $15 for printing boarding passes at the airport if you forgot. By the time a family of 4 boards with basic necessities, that $396 deal has ballooned past $1,500. The cruelest part? These aren't luxuries anymore. They're ransoms. Airlines deliberately made the baseline experience so miserable that you pay just to reach what used to be standard. Middle seats are tighter. Overhead bins fill before half the plane boards. Even water costs $4 on some carriers. American families are trapped. Drive and lose days of vacation to travel time. Fly and lose hundreds in fees designed to extract maximum profit from desperation. The budget airline revolution didn't make travel accessible. It turned accessibility into an illusion, advertising prices that don't exist while nickel and dimming families into debt. But airlines learned their tricks from an even more deceptive industry, one that's perfected the art of the hidden fee. Number 8. Hotels have become fee machines. You found a decent hotel for $150 a night. Perfect for your 3-night stay. $450, right? Wrong. By checkout, you're staring at a bill pushing $700. Welcome to the new hotel economy, where the advertised rate is just the opening act of a financial horror show. Resort fees now average $45 per night for amenities you'll never use. Parking that was free 5 years ago, that's $35 daily. Want Wi-Fi that actually works? Premium connection costs $12. Energy surcharge, destination fee, housekeeping recovery charge. These aren't even real services. They're invented categories designed to hide the true price until you're trapped at the front desk with exhausted kids and nowhere else to go. Marriott Properties collected over $700 million in fees last year alone. Hilton pulled in $500 million. These aren't struggling businesses. They're profit machines that discovered travelers will pay anything to avoid confrontation after 12 hours of driving. The Federal Trade Commission has called these practices deceptive, yet nothing changes. Hotels know families' budget based on advertised rates. They know that hidden fees destroy those budgets. They add them anyway. Because where else are you going to sleep? The car? What used to be simple, book a room, pay the rate, is now a shell game where the house always wins. But at least hotels give you a bed. The next industry doesn't even guarantee memories worth the price. Number 7. Theme parks are now luxury items. Walt Disney once said, Disneyland would never be completed as long as there was imagination left in the world. He never said only rich kids would get to see it. Yet here we are. A single-day ticket to Magic Kingdom peaks at $189 per person before you've even parked the car. But tickets are just the entry fee to the real money extraction. Want to skip lines? Genie Plus adds $25 per person daily. Popular rides like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train require Lightning Lane at another $20 each. Food. Inside? $20 burgers, $8 sodas, $15 Mickey pretzels. A family of 4 visiting Disney for one day now spends over $1,200. That's a mortgage payment for 60,000 American households. Universal, Six Flags, Cedar Point, they've all followed Disney's lead. Parks that once served as affordable summer escapes for working families now require payment plans. Some families save for 2 years just for a single day that flies by in 8 hours. The tragedy isn't just the price, it's what we've lost. Theme parks were democratic spaces where every kid, regardless of background, could feel special. Now, they're economic sorting mechanisms. Rich kids get lightning lanes, while everyone else watches them skip ahead. The magic hasn't disappeared. It's just been priced out of reach. If theme parks broke your heart, wait until you hear how vacation rentals betrayed their entire promise. Number 6. Rental homes that price out locals and tourists. Alike Airbnb was supposed to revolutionize travel. Stay in real neighborhoods, pay less than hotels, live like a local. Instead, it created a monster that's devouring both tourist budgets and entire communities. That cozy beach cottage advertised at $120 a night? Add an $80 cleaning fee, $60 service charge, $30 booking fee, and suddenly your 3-night stay jumps from $360 to $650. Hosts demand you strip beds, take out trash, and run the dishwasher, then charge you for cleaning anyway. But tourists aren't the only victims. In tourist towns from Nashville to Sedona, locals can't find housing because investors bought everything for short-term rentals. Teachers in mountain towns sleep in their cars because every apartment became somebody's ski weekend investment. Neighborhoods that thrived for generations are now ghost towns Monday through Thursday. The numbers are staggering. Over 7 million listings worldwide have pulled housing stock from local markets. Rents in tourist areas have jumped 40% in 5 years. Cities are fighting back with regulations, but the damage is done. Vacation rentals didn't democratize travel. They financialized it, turning homes into commodities and communities into investment portfolios. The irony cuts deep. Families seeking authentic experiences and affordable stays instead find sanitized properties managed by corporations, priced like luxury hotels, but with none of the service. You wanted to live like a local. Instead, you helped price them out. But perhaps nothing shows vacation's transformation into luxury more than the simple act of eating. Number 5. Dining out has become a financial landmine. A family dinner used to be the highlight of vacation. Now it's a source of financial anxiety that starts before you even open the menu. Restaurants in tourist areas have discovered something sinister. Captive audiences will pay anything when hungry kids need food now. Average menu prices in vacation destinations have exploded 70% since 2019. A basic burger and fries that cost $12 in your hometown runs $28 at the beach. Kids' meals that should be $8 hit $18. Add drinks, tax, and that automatic 18% gratuity for parties over 6. And a family of 4 drops $150 on lunch at a place with paper napkins. Even fast food has joined the gouging. McDonald's inside theme parks charges $16 for a Big Mac meal. Highway Rest stops priced chicken nuggets like they're made of gold. Families pack coolers, but hotels charge for refrigerators. They bring sandwiches, but parks ban outside food. The psychological toll is real. Parents skip meals so kids can eat. Mothers pretend they're not hungry while fathers check banking apps under the table. Vacation memories aren't being made around dinner tables anymore. They're being sacrificed for survival. Restaurant owners cite inflation, labor costs, and supply chains. But their profit margins tell a different story. They've learned that desperate families will pay premium prices for basic sustenance. The family meal hasn't just gotten expensive, it's become weaponized. Yet somehow, the great American road trip found a way to become even more exclusive. Number 4. The vanishing middle-class road trip. The road trip was America's democratic vacation. Pack the car, pick a direction, discover your country. No flight schedules, no resort fees, just freedom and the open road. That romance is dead, ended by economics that turned spontaneity into spreadsheet calculations. Gas averaging $4 means a 1,000-mile trip costs $300 in fuel alone. National park entry fees hit $35 per vehicle, with camping spots requiring reservations 6 months ahead at $50 nightly. Even roadside attractions that were free for decades now charge $20 admission. But here's the real tragedy. Small towns along America's highways are dying because road trippers can't afford to stop anymore. The mom and pop diners, quirky museums, and local motels that gave road trips their character are boarding up windows. Families drive straight through, eating packed sandwiches, sleeping at rest stops, missing everything that made these journeys special. Meanwhile, popular destinations like Yellowstone and Yosemite are so overcrowded you need reservations just to enter. The road trip hasn't just gotten expensive, it's become a contradiction. The places everyone wants to see are inaccessible, while hidden gems disappear because nobody can afford to find them. We've created a tourism economy that funnels everyone into the same expensive bottlenecks, while abandoning the weird, wonderful, and affordable corners that made American travel magical. The middle-class road trip didn't evolve. It got priced out of existence. But the travel industry found something even more insidious than high prices: subscription schemes. Number 3. The subscriptionization of travel. Remember, when buying a ticket meant buying a ticket? Now travel companies have copied Silicon Valley's worst habit. Everything is a subscription, membership, or exclusive tier designed to extract maximum recurring revenue from exhausted families. Airlines started it. Want a prayer of an upgrade? Join their credit card program for $99 yearly. Need decent customer service? That's premier status, requiring $25,000 in annual spending. Hotels followed suit. Marriott Bonvoy, Hilton Honors, IHG Rewards, each promising discounts that only materialize after you've spent thousands. The scam is brilliant. They create artificial scarcity, terrible baseline experiences, then sell you solutions to problems they manufactured. Free breakfast becomes a platinum perk. Checking in before 6 p.m. requires gold status. Even theme parks joined the game. Disney's new Lightning Lane Multipass is basically a subscription to avoid lines they deliberately keep long. Families face an impossible choice. Join multiple programs, juggling annual fees and spending requirements, or pay retail prices that assume you're subsidizing everyone else's perks. The middle ground has vanished. You're either a loyal big spender or you're nobody. Travel companies discovered something darker than price gouging. They learned to create hierarchies where your vacation quality depends on your membership level. It's not just about money anymore. It's about manufacturing class systems where your kids watch other families skip lines, get better rooms, and eat better food because their parents paid for status. Yet nothing exposes the industry's deception quite like their biggest lie. Number 2, the illusion of the all-inclusive deal. All-inclusive. 2 words that promise peace of mind. No surprises, no budgeting, everything covered. Except that's not what you're buying anymore. You're buying the starting point for an upselling marathon that begins the moment you book. That $4,000 Cancun package for a family of 4 sounds reasonable until reality hits. Premium restaurants require reservations with upcharges. Top-shelf drinks aren't included. That's another upgrade. Kids Club, extra. Room with an ocean view instead of the parking lot. 300 more. Excursions shown in the brochure. None are actually included. Cruise lines perfected this deception. Your fare covers a bed and buffet access. Everything else, from soda to Wi-Fi to restaurants you saw advertised, costs extra. Families report spending double their cruise fare on board. The all-inclusive promise has become a bait and switch, where inclusive means access to spend more money. Even Disney's vacation packages, marketed as convenient bundles, hide dozens of add-ons. Park hopper options, photo packages, character dining, none included, but all psychologically mandatory, once you're there watching other families enjoy them. Parents, describe the humiliation of explaining to kids why they can't do the zip line, eat at the nice restaurant, or get their picture with Mickey. The package didn't include it. Nothing crushes a child's joy faster than learning their vacation has financial boundaries their friends don't face. All-inclusive hasn't simplified travel. It's weaponized disappointment, promising everything while delivering just enough to make you pay for what you thought you already bought. Number 1. The American dream of vacation is dying. This isn't about missing beaches or skipping Disney. This is about something fundamental breaking in American life. Vacations were never just leisure. They were proof the system worked. Clock in, work hard, and earn the right to rest with your family. That promise is dead. Today, 40% of Americans don't use their vacation days, not because they love work, but because they can't afford to go anywhere. Another 30% take staycations. Code for admitting travel is beyond reach. Only the top 20% of earners take regular vacations anymore. The rest are trapped in an endless cycle of work without reward. The health consequences are measurable. Chronic stress, family dysfunction, and burnout are at record highs. Kids grow up without the bonding experiences of family trips. Parents work themselves into heart disease and depression, never getting the reset that vacations provide. We're literally working ourselves to death because rest has been monetized beyond reach. But here's what should terrify us. When vacations become luxury goods, we're admitting that rest, joy, and family time are privileges, not rights. We've accepted that most Americans should work without meaningful breaks, that children don't deserve adventures, that memories are for those who can afford them. The vacation industry didn't just get expensive. It revealed something darker about American capitalism. We've built an economy where working people can't afford to stop working, where exhaustion is the norm, where the promise of leisure that once motivated labor has become a mockery. The American dream included time to enjoy what you'd built. Without it, we're just surviving. And a nation of people just surviving is a nation in collapse.